This is TPG Performance Hiring, helping you hire people who beat the market. How can you tell what your candidate actually did in a big public transaction? A lot of times there'll be an M&A or there'll be an acquisition or there'll be a big deal that has taken place, and what you'll find is that there's 500 people in the market who all are claiming responsibility for it. How do you know who did what? And the key to unlocking this mystery is really getting to the details. So you have a CEO or a CFO or a controller who says, yeah, we had to restructure this debt. It was, $100 million. Okay, you restructured the debt. Who did you meet with? What was the first meeting with the bankers? Who was the individual on the other side of the desk? What was his personality like? What was your negotiation strategy? Where did you really gain ground? What was the most challenging part of that discussion? How many times did you meet with them? Start to ask questions to really bring out that detail, and someone who really did drive it and was really holding all of the details in their hand, they will have an emotional response. They'll be like, yeah, it was crazy because the first time I met with the banker, he was actually hostile towards me, and I had to really warm him up because he had been kind of messed around for the last 5 years on this account, and it was actually a huge hurdle to get over. And they'll start talking about the emotional experience that are tied to those details. So when we want to understand who did what, we want to look for emotionality and we want to look for detail. On the other side of the coin, if the person really wasn't involved, when you start pushing on the details, they're going to get defensive. They're going to start giving you very generic, lofty answers, and it's going to leave you emotionally flat. So those are some tips that you can use to figure out who did what on the next big deal you're investigating.